Well, if we have already a movie of Buzz, why did you choose make another and not a Woody movie?
So what movie of Buzz do we have?
2000, we see a movie of Buzz.
Oh, I think it was released as a movie in some territory. Oh, that's a collection of TV show. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't released as a movie here.
Now it makes sense.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, well, I think for us, we were interested in sci-fi and wanted to make a cool sci-fi movie. And we wanted to explore Buzz's backstory in a way that we hadn't done in the features before. So since sci-fi, I mean, Woody's story is pretty clear as he's the protagonist for the 4 Toy Story films. And I think it'd be harder to separate that character from the Toy Story character. And at the same time, the Woody's Roundup show was kind of his backstory. Like, I don't know, like, whereas Buzz's backstory, based on the references from Toy Story of what Buzz is referencing, is kind of 60s and 70s sci-fi. So our intent was to fill out that world with an appropriate movie of that era.
Okay. Angus, the reference we saw in the movie, were they intentional or coincidence? I mean, movies about time travel, spaceships, serve as inspiration?
Which was it, inspiration? Which movie?
Time travel. What I mean, Back to the Future, Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of those sci-fi films were an inspiration, although nothing is meant to be specifically super intentional. Star Wars, I think the thing about Star Wars that it was inspirational was the sense of a narrative drive of pushing the audience through all of this adventure in the speed that Star Wars does. The time travel aspect was not a Back to the Future thing. It's more of a hero lost in time, a Rip Van Winkle story that has been repeated in Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon and Captain America and Ash and the Evil Dead, that kind of thing. So it's a very familiar sci-fi trope of a fish out of water character from the past who is stuck in a world they don't recognize. And that very much is what Buzz is in Toy Story. He thinks he's a space ranger, and Woody communicates that he's a toy. So the time travel aspect was to replicate that idea of a person out of time, and to keep him out of he was out of step with the modern the people he was around.
Okay. What was the most challenging thing about bringing to the screen the origins of such a beloved and popular character, not only among children, but with those of us who grew up watching Toy Story?
I think we had to come to the realization that we would never, if you go and you talk to 10 people on the street and ask them what the Buzz Lightyear backstory is, you would get 10 completely different answers. And so we had to let go of, we're going to make the movie that people are going to be expecting to see. In fact, there's no way we can make the movie people are expecting to see. So we just have to focus on making this movie awesome. And that within, by the time you finish the movie, you should feel like, wow, that was a great ride. Might not have been what I was expecting to see, but I had a really good time. And so once we got there, then everything started to fall into place.
Okay. Since Pixar is a part of Disney, and for Disney, the rules about time travel don't apply as the rest of the world. How did you choose to give that treatment to the time travel paradox?
Oh, that's funny.
Well, we made a very conscious decision to deal with the time travel paradox with a alien technology that's never explored or explained, to say that it would break that continuity, so that paradox wouldn't, it would be a separate timeline. It was mostly for clarity, but yeah. I mean, the big issue is, the idea of, if you make separate choices, then you break off into separate branching timelines. But I think that when you're dealing with time travel, because so much of it is silly, the less that's said, the better. You kind of go, okay, this is
Absolutely.
you know, this is the gist of it, and then we're going to go with this. I don't know. That's really what I think.